What's up and welcome back, you guys. It's Life Aspects with Visionary Rose. Grace and love to everybody. Thank you guys for tuning in, rocking and watching and listening to Life Aspects with Visionary Rose. Shout out to my new subscriber. Thank you for joining the channel. Thank you for rocking and watching. And for everybody else, go ahead on and click that notification bell. Subscribe to the channel so that whenever I post, you won't miss out on anything that I post. All right, you guys, let's get into it. This is an encouraging episode that I have for you guys for the month of March. Number one, I want to start out by saying to stay optimistic this month. Keep a positive attitude. I know sometimes it's hard for us to keep a positive attitude, when people want to piss us off, or when things make us upset and stuff like that. And every day is not going to be a good day. We're not going to always be positive about a lot of things. So don't beat yourself up or stress yourself out. But I've always wanted to, be this positive person, because it's impossible to be positive all the time. Life happens sometimes, we get upset about stuff, but don't allow that to, get the best of you, or to overtake you to where it's overtaking you to where the point that your whole day is messed up, or to where you just become plain old bitter. Number three, I want to say to stand up for yourself and continue to keep standing up for yourself. Following along with standing up for yourself is but boundaries. They're very, very important. And don't lack your boundaries. Don't take away from your boundaries, and don't allow anybody to take away or add anything to your boundaries, because your boundaries are your boundaries. And if people can't respect your boundaries, they can't respect you. And so that means that they can't be around you, because if somebody don't respect you or your boundaries, it's no point. And let me tell you something, when you notice that you start to have boundaries, or when you put boundaries up upon people, it will upset people. It will upset people because they're not able to disrespect you how they want to disrespect you. They're not able to run over you how they want to run over you. So when you have those boundaries, it will cause resentment. It will cause some type of anger towards people that want to have control and power over you. It's going to cause that. But the thing about it is you don't give attention to temper tantrums. You don't give attention to that. And also you have to understand that balance is key. Balance is very, very key. Having things balanced into our lives, even though sometimes, things may be unbalanced. Sometimes we have to get back on track. So understanding that, you have to understand what deserves your attention, what deserves your time, what doesn't deserve your time, and how you balance it out, and how you also making time to balance, how to give time to yourself. And balance is key, is deeper on a spiritual level as well too. And I'm going to talk about that. That's going to be for a later date though. Have some more notes that I want to tell you guys. Okay, so don't allow anyone to steal your joy, your peace, or your happiness. It's very, very important that you don't allow anyone to steal your joy, your peace, or your happiness, because your joy and peace and your happiness is something valuable. And many times a lot of people don't carry that joy, that love, and that peace. Many people are mad, many people are upset, many people are miserable, with things that are going on into their life. And so energy transfers. So you have to be mindful of what you allow into your circle, and what you allow to, even hear, or what you allow, the advice that you listen to, or even things that are around. So if you're around a bunch of negative people that's talking about a person, or that's talking about people, you have to understand that energy is going to transfer, and then you find yourself, talking and doing all of this stuff like that. Another thing that I want to say is that your joy is very, very valuable. And when people see that joy, when people see that light, when people see that they're going, or when people see, the same thing that they try to press out to stop you with, or the same thing that they try to press out to slander you with, when you get that joy, when you get your happiness, when you get your glow, they upset, because they like, wow, I just can't believe, I just knew they was going to be aired out all day. Like, I just knew that they was just going to be nothing. I just knew that everything that I did to try to stop them, it was going to work. I just knew that every time I slandered them, it made me feel good in that moment. But I realize now that I wasn't stopping nothing, because everything that I had did to them, it really was pushing them for elevation. It was really pushing them for success. Yes, that's what happens. I got a video for you guys that I want to talk to you guys about, how God hides you in the midst of your storm. I got a lot of good topics that I want to talk to you guys about. This is just an encouraging episode that I have for you guys. Another thing, stay grounded. Encourage yourself, and encourage the people that's around you to stay grounded as well too. Stay grounded, stay prayed up with your circle, stay motivated with your circle. Continue to pray for the people that's around you. Pray for your enemies as well too. Even pray for people that you are your enemies, but they think that you don't know that they are your enemies because they are around you and they're, they're smiling in your face or, and it's like you may have to be like around this person And you don't necessarily, have to be around this person. But if you have to be around this person, you have to know how to, be cordial with this person. You got to know how to operate with people, because that's a part of growing, of being an adult. You have to learn how to work around people. You have to learn how to work around petty people. You have to know how to work around grimy people. You have to know how to work around, all different types of people. You have to know how to work around. So in this season, God is preparing you to be what it is that he's called you to be. And in this season, that's why I say you have to really, really stay grounded. And there's going to be some things that God is going to be revealing to you in this season. And it's not meant for you to, expose it or meant for you to talk about it, because there are some things that God is revealing to you that is only for you to see, only for you to know. Because if you talk about it, to other people, they may not understand, and the reason why they may not understand is because God gave it to you. And so when you see things, or when you peep things, or when God allows you to see something, or when you ask God for a sign on something and he allows you to see it, you just take it. And you just say, okay. And many times you if you want to write it down, so that you can remember and stuff like that, and continue to keep asking God for clarity every day. He will never leave you, nor will he forsake you. But yes, it's very, very important. And also understand that your silence is going to be really, really important. Your silence is going to be really, really important, because when you're silent about a lot of things, that gives, for one, you can hear God even the more when you're silent, for one. Number two, you won't really be in your head about a lot of stuff. And number three, when you're silent about a lot of stuff, a lot of things really just come. It really just plays out. When you really don't say anything, many things, it just already really, really play out. And let me tell you something, another thing, you don't really have to say a lot. You don't really have to say too much, And the reason why I say you really, really don't have to say too much is because, some people are already in defense before you even open your mouth. And that's why it's very, very important. Let me tell you something. This is why it's very, very important. I'm going to give you guys this. Treat people right in the midst of their storm, so that when they tell their testimony, you won't feel guilty by it. It's going to go over a lot of people's head, but it's very, very important to treat people right in the midst of their storm, so you won't feel guilty by their testimony. I love you guys, and I got a lot of good stuff that's coming for you guys to be motivated by, inspired by, however you feel when you are watching Life Aspects. I love you guys, and thank you guys for rocking with Life Aspects with Visionary Rose. I'm looking over here, try to see if I have all my notes that I have for you guys for this video topic, the encouraging episode. And that's all I have for you guys. All of these notes I have is all bunched up together for other topics. But I love y'all. Thank y'all for rocking. Peace.